Nico Dawes picked up his first win of the season in his first appearance for the Devils as they beat Minnesota by a score of 4-1. The Devils getting contributions from so many areas, including from our guest outside the Devils dressing room, and that would be defenseman Dougie Hamilton. Dougie, we appreciate your time. Things are getting fun around here, huh?
Oh, yeah. We just got to keep going. I mean, it's been a great stretch and a great start to the season, and we're really focused on building a sustainable game, and we're doing that, and guys stepping up, different guys all the time, and everyone contributing. So it's been fun, and I mean, we know what we're capable of, and we just got to keep going now.
Yeah, well, you know what's fun, Dougie? And remember, we're fans. We're talking for fans. The players are going to say one thing. What's fun is everybody is making big plays. Now, I just want to ask you, because they like to know, we see what happened, but they like the thought process. So you're on the right side, and Baldy's driving the net. Just talk about that play, the desperation, or whatever it was that you said, I cannot let him score.
Yeah, I think it came down to the D, back to the down the backside, and I was kind of thinking, maybe he's going to try to put it into Boldy, and I just tried to tie him up and make myself big, and I think it hit my foot maybe, and then I just tried to get my stick on it and get it out of there. So that definitely could have been bad, but luckily we were able to stop it.
Well, those are game changers, right? And, everybody is contributing. And I'm just wondering, the power play is really functioning. Anything different you guys are doing on the power play? And you've played on the power play so much. Is it a quicker power play? Guys are aligning different or just reading each other? Well, what's happening on that power play?
Yeah, I think just the puck's going in the net.
That's important.
Yeah, I don't think we're changing anything. We got a little kind of rotation going on, and we're very prepared for the kills that are coming against us, and just about execution and good players making good plays. Like today, Gritz, he's got amazing shots. So just. He showed it there, and we were all very happy to see him score his first one.
Absolutely. His first National Hockey League goal made it 3-0, and the Devils go on to the 4-1 victory. Do you remember, or what do you remember, of your first goal in the National Hockey League?
Yeah, of course I remember. I think those are ones you never forget. And, I've watched it on video a bunch of times, obviously, over the years, and it was in Buffalo my first year. I think it was power play on Ryan Miller. Yeah, so, I mean, those are moments you're always going to remember, so it's very exciting for him.
Yeah, I'm curious. You said that you've seen it a number of times over the years, and certainly I understand why you would review it from time to time. Do you see anything differently? As you look at it, like you remember the goal and you remember what you did, but, something else in the play that occurred. I'm just wondering as you review it if some other things come into your vision.
I mean, no, it's just excitement, and that's what you remember. And, I was very young, 19, and look at the players on the ice that I was with. I think it was Lucic and Krejci and Tyler Seguin and guys like that. So, I kind of many years ago now, which is pretty crazy. But hopefully now I can try to score a couple more.
Well, I know you're going to try. You're the second leading shot taker behind Jack Hughes. But, just in general, the defense, I watch you guys so committed. So, just working so hard. You took one right in the belly, a blast, and I know that the six-pack you had saved you, right?
I don't know about that, but
but Dougie, is there a sense of pride growing against the whole team, but among the D, that you guys are going to be rock solid night after night and do whatever you can to keep the puck out of the net?
Yeah, exactly. I think everyone's pulling on the rope, and we're all committed to that. I think as a group of 5, even it's us, but forwards helping too, and that's kind of our system and stuff. So with penalty kill and doing all that stuff, we've been really good, and we gotta just try to keep getting better and really focus on one game at a time.
Appreciate your time. We know with a day off you want to get in and get showered and get out of here, but just a couple of more and we'll let you go. And that is, what has happened on the penalty kill? It was very good last year. No reason to think that it wouldn't be very good this year, but you've been on such a tear, not to jinx it. What's different about the PK under Brad Shaw that's a little different maybe from last year? Just an approach, or is there nothing different?
Yeah, I would say not much different. I didn't get to play too much penalty kill in the past, so I'm enjoying playing this year and trying to contribute to that. And but yeah, I would say not much different. Just there's little things different with how they approach it and stuff, but I think mostly the same stuff.
Well, I want to say you've been playing great. You got married. Are you playing great because you've got to answer to somebody higher than the coach or anybody else now?
Absolutely not.
All right, Dougie.
Well, Dougie, we appreciate your honesty.
Yes.
And we appreciate your time. Congratulations on a terrific start to the season, and we'll see you on Friday against San Jose.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Dougie Hamilton joining us. And, I had forgotten that he hadn't seen a lot of time on the penalty kill last year. But you know what? When you can play all times, regular strength, power play, penalty kill, it just infuses even a 15-year veteran like Dougie Hamilton with even more confidence.
Well, trust, right? We know that trust has to be shown to all of us under not just in an easy situation. Under pressure, somebody shows you trust and say, hey, I need you to come through. That inspires you. And again, I guarantee all 6 defensemen, not one of them says, I want to be the weak link. and Dougie's play, you guys, if you get a chance, you won't get a chance because you won't see it. But Baldy is driving the net. He's got to step on him. If that puck gets on his stick, it's a layup. It's 3-2. But Dougie just determinedly gets a stick around him and reaches and gets his body without taking a penalty, and the puck comes between his skates and doesn't go in the net. And all I'm saying, Matty, that is, most people won't admit it, but that is as big as scoring a goal. It really is, because that would have been a layup.
Yeah, exactly. And you never know when those critical moments will come. You can look back at a game and say, well, it might not have mattered, but it does at the time. And in the end, it just builds up and continues to push the Devils forward, and really give Dougie Hamilton a lot of credit. He's having a terrific year. And it's on both ends of the ice, and he's using his size, and he's using his reach, and
his body, his stomach,
and his body.
He blocked that one right in the belly.
And he hasn't really even touched the surface of what he might do offensively. He's got the one goal. We might should see a bunch more too.
Well, I just want him to shoot the puck, and Luke hasn't scored a goal. Don't get me wrong, Matty. I as a goalie and as a player, I don't want to think. I think he could do that, but I don't want him to start thinking, I got to do more offensively. Mm-hmm. No. Just keep doing what you're doing. And the other thing, Matt, it was a great interview. Like, I don't want to pat you and I on the back, but, Dougie can be kind of reserved and closed mouth, but, it was really insightful on some of the things he said.
Yeah, he had 3 shots on goal in the Devils' win over Minnesota. He blocked 3 shots. The Devils were credited with 19 blocks. He had 7 shots in total that were toward the goal. 1 was a block, 3 missed the target, and he played an even 21 minutes of hockey action as the Devils win by a score of 4-1. 6 shots for Jack Hughes. He keeps pounding the puck at the net. 6 shots for Luke Hughes as he continues to be a little snake-bitten looking for his first goal. Arseny Gritsuk comes up with his first National Hockey League goal. He had a pair of shots on net. And just trying to pick out some other key stats from the game. Nico Hischier, not on the score sheet in terms of any points, but 19 and a half minutes of ice time. Let's see. What else for Nico? Correction, he had 2 shots. Yeah, 2 shots on goal and just out there against the key players.
Just go down the list again, Matty. How many times have we said you can't find one player on the Devils that wasn't involved, didn't contribute to making one really nice play, or 2 or 3 or 4? That's what I'm seeing, Matty, and I'm not cutting guys slack. You know that. Mm-hmm. I will not cut anybody slack and say they're playing good if they're not. They've got to earn it, not because it's me, but just so the coaches appreciate what they're doing. But they're just sitting on the bench. Their nails are digging into their gloves saying, come on, I want to get out there next. It's just amazing, Matty. I've been there where players just want to get on the ice and contribute. And, here's the thing. Okay, so we interview Dawson Mercer, and I love it. We're getting good interviews, too. So he kills the penalty, but then the puck comes loose in the neutral zone, and he goes and gets it. And I'm thinking, well, he's tired. Why wouldn't he go off? But he said to us, yeah, I was tired, but I knew they were tired too. So my tiredness was going to overcome their tiredness, and he took the puck down and almost got a scoring chance. So it's that kind of awareness, hockey sense, that the whole team is displaying at critical times that I think is going to produce huge results. I just think, what do we win, 6 in a row now?
Yeah.
And when they went to the last playoffs, 13 in a row?
When they won 2 rounds.
Oh, 2 rounds.
Because we were in the playoffs last year. But, yeah, that was the year when they beat the Rangers and then went on to Carolina.
But here's what I'm going to say. I'm going out on a limb right now, mister. They're going to win 7 in a row.
Ooh,
well, they're playing San Jose.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, maybe Chico.
That'll be on Friday, and it'll be back-to-back for the San Jose Sharks who play the Rangers Thursday night. So the Devils win by a score of 4-1. We will hear from Dawson Mercer a little later on. Of course, head coach Sheldon Keefe as well. But let's check out some highlights of this one. And while people will talk, and they should, about Gritsuk's goal, and we'll hear that replayed in just a moment, and the contributions from so many facets of the Devils lineup, we cannot forget Nico Daws as he picks up the win. And early on, until the Devils were able to get their footing, it was Nico Daws who gave the Devils more than a chance. Yurov looks cross ice. It's handled by Buyum, flips it through the crease. Now it's taken near side by Kaprizov. Goes cross ice. Off a Devil's stick. It lands in front, and denied was Yurov as he was stopped by Daws. So Nico Daws, the 24-year-old, born in Germany, raised in Burlington, Ontario. Last year, 3-1 with the Devils. Not so good with a not-so-good team down in Utica. And the Devils and Minnesota were scoreless. Later on in that period, Daws came up once again. Here's Brock Faber. He's in deep, skates behind the net. Applies the brakes, has some room, slides one cross ice, and Eriksson Ek is denied. Pad save made by Nico Daws. You like that? That little
Matty,
at the end.
You're making goalies feel real good, and I got to say, they're taking pictures down on center ice. You know, the fans come out. A Nico Daws jersey, first one I've seen, is down there, and a good time to bring it out, wasn't it?
Absolutely, as he picks up the win tonight. What did you like? We heard from Nico when we had him on for a quick Q&A at the end of the game on Wednesday. What did you like about what he did?
Well, you know, people, goalie coaches and others saying he's quiet. He's not overplaying it. You know, he's not too active. I get all that, but some people are a little more, like Jacob Markstrom's a little more of an athletic goalie, but not much. But what I liked is, Matty, he seemed to be saying, I'm not going to beat myself, keep my elbows in tight, butterfly tight. I'll do what I have to. And you know, the thing was, there was a lot of rebounds, and that can be tough. And we talked about the keys to the game. I just said goalies can make saves on rebounds if he's got some help, because it eliminates another opportunity. But if the guy gets the rebound, can shoot it, move with it, pass it, goalies aren't going to get those rebounds. And he had a lot of help, but I thought what he did the best mentally, excited to play, but I'm not going to get so cranked up and fired up that I'm doing goofy stuff, overplaying shots or whatever. And I mean, he made a great save in the second with his blocker. Remember, lost the stick. Crowd loved it. That was a highlight of the night for him. But he's just real good, and all three Devils goalies have been real good, and unfortunately, they all can't play, can they?
No, they can't, but that's a good problem for a
Yeah,
head coach to have.
It
And by
is.
the way, we'll hear that save sequence in just a moment, but it was scoreless. Late in the first period, Dawes stopping all 8 Minnesota shots. The Devils had 14 on Philip Gustafson, who perhaps deserved a better fate. He was pretty good in goal against the New Jersey Devils. But talk about contributions from different areas. We're in the 7th game of the season. Paul Cotter, who had 16 goals last year, did not have a point coming into the game, but this gave the Devils the 1-0 lead. Here's Connor Brown laying it off in front. They score! Paul Cotter with his first of the season. And the Devils get a late first period goal. They lead 1-0. 16:21 the time of the goal. Connor Brown, the primary assist, his first helper for the Devils. And Dawson Mercer, the start of a good night, picked up the secondary assist.
Well, when you're in tight like they are, Brown's behind the net, and Cotter is trying to get open. Matty, two things. One, the guy with the puck can't just throw it out anywhere, but the guy, in this case, Cotter, has got to just try to squeeze a little bit one way or the other to get open where his stick's on the ice, and Brownie saw that, laid it on that stick, and yes, he got a bit of a break because Gustafson, the one mistake he made, Matty, he opened up on a close-in shot that if he had just stayed together, wouldn't have scored, but for Paul Cotter, he's saying, okay, that's all right. But, there's been other ones that should have went in that didn't, so I'm taking that one.
Absolutely, and the Devils will take it too. 1-0, they lead after one. Into the second we go. Last night, it was Brendan Dillon with a big goal. He likes the field. He's known for defense. That's his role. That's what has been his role since he's gotten into the league. But everyone, I don't care if you're a defensive defenseman or you're an elite scorer, you love to score, and that's what Brendan Dillon did. Dillon now to Connor Brown. Backhands to the corner for Cotter. He has the lone goal in this game. Devils lead 1-0. 6 minutes gone by in the second. Nemitz drives it for Mercer. Far corner to the blue line. Dillon with a quick shot. They score! Woo!
Boom, boom! Dillon, Matty!
His second in as many nights. And his second GWG in as many nights.
That's right. That's another game winner for Dillon.
Yes, he had that against Toronto, and it turns out to be the game-winning goal against Minnesota. We talked about the sequence with Minnesota on the power play. It's in the second period. It's late. It's only a 2-0 lead. If Minnesota scores, anything can happen. They did not score on the power play in the game. They were 0 for 3, but they came awfully close. But this sequence was a critical turn of events. Back in the lineup, missed the game on Monday. Drive by Spurgeon, deflects to the corner. Minnesota recovers. Rossi snaps it to Spurgeon. 16 to go with that cry of kill from the crowd. Minnesota with the power play. Johansson with a centering try. That's blocked away. Now here comes Hartman. The shot save made. Rossi with it. Another shot that hit Mercer. And a save with the blocker by Dawes. Loose puck. He's lost his stick. Out of the box is Luke Hughes. 3 shots on the power play. No goals, though, for Minnesota. And the crowd responds to an exciting end to the power play. Oh, my, Nico Dawes, terrific. More exciting on the penalty kill than it was from Minnesota's perspective on their power play. But the Devils have now killed 21 straight opponents' power plays.
Really? Wow. Impressive.
And so the Devils have that 2-0 lead. We go into the third. As impressive as the Devils' penalty kill has been, they've also excelled when having the man advantage. Not quite to the percentage as the penalty kill, which has been brilliant, but awfully good. They were 5 for 12 on the power play in their last 4 games. On Wednesday night, they go 1 for 2 as David Jiricek was off for a slash at 4:49 of the third. It didn't take long, and this is a moment that Arseny Gritsuk, the 24-year-old Russian rookie, will recall for the rest of his natural-born days. Off the draw, Gritsuk scores! Arseny Gritsuk with his first National Hockey League goal. It comes mere seconds after the start of the power play, and the 24-year-old Russian has given the Devils that 3-goal lead. And what a moment for Gritsuk, who has been noticeable, has been given multiple chances for all the right reasons, 4 assists, but no goals. And goals are what we play for, and goals is what the Devils got from Arseny Gritsuk.
Goals are gold.
They are.
They are. But I want to tell you, so the lineup goes out there. It's Gritsuk, Nason, Meyer, Palat, and Luke Hughes. He's not taking the face-off. So you say, well, who should take the face-off? Well, Nason's played a little bit. But I hope somebody's asking Myers, why did he go in? And then not only did he take the face-off against Rossi, he's on the left side. He's won the draw right to Gritsuk. I don't know how it happened, and he hammered it home, Matty. But remember off another face-off when Bratt scored down here against, was it Edmonton? Somebody diving, and he faked the shot?
Yes.
I mean, they're scoring right off the face-offs now. What is going on? But this one here, we talked about Dougie Hamilton. What does he remember about his first goal? I wonder if Gritsuk's going to say, well, somebody asked him, who was a centerman? Well, it was Timo Meyer. No, he's not a centerman. I know, but he won the draw cleanly to me. It was just so many unusual things happen, and what a great memory for that young boy.
And that was the play of the game brought to you by Prudential, the Devils' official financial services partner. There was a Minnesota goal at 10:37 from Matt Boldy. That made things interesting. 3-1 the score at that point. But the Devils would finish this one off with an empty net goal from number 63. Net empty, 2 hour left. Extra skater on from Minnesota. Puck comes free as Bouillon couldn't handle a pass in the far point. So Minnesota once again clears the zone, dumps it in, gives chase. 1:25 to go in this regulation. Devils combine to clear it. Bratt for the open net. He scores. Jesper Bratt puts a capper on it. The empty net goal from long range, and it's a 4-1 Devils lead. And in the process, the Devils, Jesper Bratt extends his point-scoring streak to all 7 games at the start of the season. Jack Hughes was involved in that play. He double-teamed the Wild player, but it was Jonas Siegenthaler who poked it up ahead to Bratt, who scored long range into that empty net. Jonas's first point of the season, and the Devils win 4-3. A very tasty game tonight at Prudential Center.
Yeah, it's a sweet one, Matty. The taste is just something the Devils will love tonight because they know tomorrow's a day off. Days off has really worked well for them. Optional in the morning. They win in Toronto, a full day off before a couple of the games. Recently, they go out and win. So it all adds up, Matty, to a really fine, wonderful feeling going on in that dressing room, I'm telling you.
So the Devils improve to 6-1-0 at the start of the season as they prepare for San Jose on Friday. The Devils' dressing room, a happy place to be. No one happier than Dawson Mercer. Always has a smile on his face as he spoke with the media. Here's what he had to say.
Another real great team win for you guys today. What can you sort of speak to this team game that you guys are really starting to develop here?
No, it's been great. We obviously had a good start to the season. I think just every more win that we add up, we're just having a good time. I think you can see it out there from us, and we're enjoying it. And right now, these are big wins that matter earlier on in the season, and I think we're just playing a good 200-foot game from every guy in this room. Obviously,
with Cody not being able to play tonight, you slot into that center role, and a bit of different looks for those forward lines. What did you like most? Because it looked like you guys connected right off the bat and were able to generate there.
Yeah, it's just a little adjustment, play the game a little different certain ways, and then just read off. And obviously, whenever you can get a goal in the first period, obviously that puts us in a good situation for feeling good for the rest of the game. And I think overall we just carried that throughout our line, and overall it ended pretty good.
Dilly has talked so much about how much penalty killers are really taking so much pride that it means a lot to you guys. Again tonight, it's 21 straight kills. What was so effective tonight for you guys against the league's top? That's a challenge. They have the top power play there.
I think, we're all on the same page. We've been doing a real good job of that all year. Like you said, we take a lot of pride in it, and it's something that, it either gives us a lot of momentum and gives them, and obviously every inch of the game that we can take and, put us in a better advantage, we're going to take that. And I think overall we're just really, really taking a lot of pride in that.
How about Arseny getting that first one?
It was great. Obviously, that's something. He's a goal scorer, so it's great for him to get that one. And a lot more is going to come from him. But I was happy there. I played black tape, and I seen he had black tape, so I was happy when that one went in.
Dawson Mercer speaking with Amanda Stein and the rest of the media as the Devils win by a score of 4-1. Let's hear what Arseny Gritsuk had to say. He was ably aided by Devils assistant coach Sergei Brylin. Gritsuk's English is good, but not as good as he would like as he's spending his first year in North America. Actually, before we get there, why don't we check in with the head coach, Sheldon Keefe, speaking to the media.
You want to be on the right side of them and not dismiss them or overlook them or look at them as insurmountable. Just got to, adjust your preparation a little bit. It's a different type of game day today. I mean, I think it was after 2 a.m. before I hit the pillow last night. And, we didn't bring the guys in this morning. So it's a different type of routine, and then just you're fatigued, so you got to play smart and you got to play a really sound team game, which is not unlike what we've been preaching in any other game, but it's all that stuff is all that more important to manage in games like this. So we really like the way that we took care of that tonight.
And you supported Nico in his first game. Just what did you think of his performance tonight?
I thought he was solid. I think the guys did a really good job in front of him, but there's some great saves in there, some lateral stuff. He was solid. From Dawes coming in to, we had to reshuffle the lines today with Glass being out. I thought the Mercer line was excellent. To see Cotter get on the board. Gritsuk, I thought, did a really nice job up with Nico's group, and we started that second power play, and we scored. Gritsuk fires one in. Like, lots of really good things happen in the game. It's different guys. That's what you like, right? It's Jack's been really rolling for us and all of that, but today, not as much in terms of the offense, and it comes from different places. So lots of good things here today.
You talk about different guys, so it's a bit of a different makeup, the way you had your lineup, obviously. How did you like how Arseny handled, what is a big responsibility when you're on that line with Nico going up against the other, top line in Kaprizov there?
Yeah, he did a tremendous job, and it comes off of, the two previous games. We're in here, and his line, at the time is Glass and Brown, but they went head-to-head against Draisaitl, and I thought Grits did a really nice job. And then yesterday in Toronto, it ends up being the Nylander group a lot, and to me, he's handled it very well. So, he's just a guy, first he comes over here, he's billed as a big scorer and a shooter and all of that, but then he shows his passing side. But the more time that passes here, this is just a complete hockey player. He's sound defensively, he works hard, he's strong, he's good in possession, smart, makes really good reads. So, he's a really good and useful player for us. That, on a day like today, you could elevate him, but he's brought a lot to our lower lines just the same. So, great to see him get rewarded, scoring a goal and all that feels really good. But he's got a real nice foundation to his game that brings great value to our team. For a coach, when you're put in a position where you do have to make these changes and then you do see these lines sort of click, off the bat, whether it's Mercer down the middle with his two line mates, we just talked about Nico's line, what does that do for a coach to sort of know that you have this flexibility that is working? Yeah, it's nice because it's tough to lose Glasser. He's done a really good job. I just referenced some of those matchups that he's had those last couple of games, and I think he's really kind of coming into his own. He scored a goal of his own yesterday. So to lose him, at a time when the team's rolling, that's you get Nason back, but now you've lost Glass, so you got to kind of shuffle some things around, and we debated some different looks, but ultimately settled on what we went with tonight, and thought it was a good opportunity to kind of give Gritsuk another opportunity and challenge, and then Cotter just the same, moving him up and giving him a little bit more responsibility and opportunity today. So loved how those guys responded. It just shows the type of depth that we have, and the more people we can have contributing, the better.
Sheldon, what exactly happened to Glass, and is there any long-term concern there?
Yeah, he got injured partway through the game last night, and he missed some time, and then he was pretty limited and on kind of the rest of the game, but he played through it and was going to be questionable for today, but ultimately just wasn't able to go as he woke up not feeling any better today. So I think he had some imaging today, which I haven't gotten the results on to know exactly what's happening there. We're not expecting it to be anything too long term, but we'll just have to see how it settles in the next few days.
What's going on with Brendan Dillon offensively this year?
He's hot. Yesterday, great goal jumping in, and you don't get 4-on-1s very often. But then today, just one-timer goes in. Good spot, good sequence all the way around. Great shot by Dilly. You love to see it. Like there's another example, of another guy kind of stepping up and a little bit out of character in terms of what he provides or what you're accustomed to getting from him. But that's what you get over the course of a season. On a good team is it's different people.
Coach, we've been talking a lot about the scoring, but what have you liked about your team's game away from the puck? The forecheck looked really strong tonight, puck retrievals, things like that. And why has it been such a key to this streak?
Yeah, I think it's been great. I think our pressure on the puck up in the zone or up deep in the offensive zone, and then our recoveries, whether it's to recover to win the puck back and then get it back to stay on offense or just to make it hard for them coming through the neutral zone. We gave up those 2 odd-man rushes late in the first period that really bothered me, and we showed them to the team and went through it in the first intermission, but we're not going to have any more of that. And I just thought of a commitment to it, and that's been a real key, is having numbers back, guys working to be back above, having good habits and details. All the things that you need to do to manage any game, but especially on a back-to-back, especially when our group is, changed around here today. The guys just kind of rallied. You got that goaltender in. That's what I really liked about this stretch that we put together. We've done it on the road, we've done it at home, we've done it on a back-to-back now. We've had 3 different goaltenders. Lots of different things happening. We mixed the lines up today, Merce Place Center. All that stuff hasn't phased us. The guys have just stayed with it.
Dawes has seemed to raise his game past his AHL numbers the last few times he's been called upon here. Is it possible that could be a confidence thing, or what exactly are you seeing there specifically?
It's hard to pinpoint. It's a good question, but it's hard to pinpoint. I don't know enough firsthand of what goes on at the AHL level there, but he's done a nice job here, clearly. I think our guys, again, have done a good job of kind of simplifying the game here today. I thought, we gave up those two odd-man rushes in the first period, but I don't think they actually got shots ultimately to the net on those ones. And then aside from that, I don't think there was anything odd-man the rest of the game. So it's a simplified game, which perhaps suits him, and it's more structured. The guys have defended him well, but at the same time, between this tonight and last season, I can recall numerous times where we have breakdowns and he's got to come up with a big save at a key moment, and he's done that. So, I'm obviously most concerned about what happens when he's here and in our net, and he's done a good job. So it's another good confidence booster for him.
And your thoughts on Nemec's game?
I thought Nemec, did a good job today. I have to watch it all back, but I thought today as a game, I thought our bottom 6 in the game talked about the Mercer group did a really nice job, and that line really got going. I thought even the Glendenning line, and that's kind of where Nemo spends a lot of his time, is playing with those lines and usually against the other team's bottom 6. And I thought for the most part we won those matchups. I haven't really watched back the goal that we gave up in the third and kind of what happened there, but I think today, especially when you consider the back-to-back element, was one of Nemo's better games. Thanks.
4 block shots for Shimon Nemec in the Devils' 4-1 victory as Sheldon Keefe dissects the win over the Minnesota Wild. We told you that Arseny Gritsuk spoke with MSG, and he was assisted on the translation by the assistant coach at the New Jersey Devils, Sergei Brylin. Let's play that back.
Arseny, just the excitement of finally scoring your first NHL goal, what goes through your head?
Какие ощущения после того, что ты забил первый гол?
Да, очень счастлив. Excited, так сказать, или как там? Да, вот. И долго ждал этого гола, но слава богу, что это произошло там на 7-й игре, а не на 20-й.
Well, obviously he's very excited that it finally happened, and obviously waited, longer than he thought. But it's it finally happened, and I think many more, ahead.
For you, when you got to see that you were going to be playing with Nico and Timo, what sort of went through your head? What were you thinking, and how did you enjoy that experience?
Ну, то, что понял, что играю с ними, и сразу понял, что буду играть, скорее всего, против топовой линии, там, Каприза. И, наверное, с начала игры уже начинал сосредотачиваться на том, что надо сыграть правильно в зоне обороны, а потом уже найти свои моменты в атаке.
Obviously, when he saw the lineup and knew he was playing with Nico and Timo, he knew he was going to play against their top lines, and he needed to bring his best, game without the puck, defensive responsibilities, and obviously the message from the coaches that he didn't need to change anything. He needed to play the same way, and the chances will be there.
Do you already have the Telegram post already? Do you know what you're going to post?
Yeah, after this meeting, I am ready.
Thanks, Arsene.
Thank you.
So a couple of things there. First off, my bad. He wasn't interviewed by MSG, and I thought that's what we were playing back. But instead, he was also made available in the dressing room, and it was Sergei Brylin doing the interpreting. But you can tell he understands enough English. He understood the questions. He's just still getting comfortable speaking English. And that last reference was to the social media platform that he uses, Telegram, and he's very, very active on it. And it's really fun to watch because it's joyful, some of the things that he does. And he referred to the genius Jack Hughes with his play last night against Toronto. And
it's a good description.
And he was thinking about what he was going to post on Telegram tonight. So the Devils come away with the victory, Mr. Resch, and getting ready for San Jose on Friday. What are you expecting? They'll come with a lot of young players, but right now they're still looking for their first win.
Well, when we saw last year, and when they didn't win those games, Matty, when they won a game or two, a game you then, okay, we're going to win this one, but they kind of fell flat on their face. I mean, to me, the question Friday is, will they let down? Will they take it for granted? They're playing the worst team in the league. I'm just going to go out and say it. They're going to be playing the worst team in the league, but will they then just go the same way as they did tonight? Hard, stay structured, just wait for their opportunities, or will they think, oh, this is going to be easy, let's overpass, let's take some risks here? That's what I'm curious, because that game isn't going to tell us if they're a really good team or not. We know that, but it does tell us how they approach weaker opponents, and I want them to come out and play the same way, and that's what Sheldon Keefe wants, and I think they will, but we'll see.
We'll find out on Friday. That game between the Devils and San Jose, heard here on the Devils Hockey Network, beginning with the pregame show at 6:50.